Bills Mafia. Trust me, you're going to want to hear this one. Just days after our GM, Brandon Beane, delivered that fervent defense of our receiving core, you know, the one where he reminded everyone that we were still scoring after the Diggs trade, the Bills have made a move. Sources are confirming that the team has signed wide receiver Elijah Moore to a one-year deal, and the buzz around One Bills Drive is already electric. This isn't just any signing, folks. We're talking about a deal that could be worth up to $5 million more. A former second-round pick of the Jets brings a ton of experience to our receiving core. He spent the last 2 seasons in Cleveland and last year alone had 61 receptions for over 500 yards and 1 touchdown. That's some production. Now, let's talk about where he fits in. Our receiver group already features Khalil Shakir, who signed a new contract, exciting second-year talent Keon Coleman, veteran newcomer Joshua Palmer, and the dynamic Curtis Samuel. Adding more to the mix gives Josh Allen another weapon, another target who can make plays. He's a guy who has already shown he can be productive, and at just 25, he's entering the prime of his career. Think about it. Beane has emphasized that if there was a receiver they really valued, they would have made a move in the draft. While they waited until the last round to pick one, it's clear they weren't going to sit idly by. Moore visited the Bills earlier this week, and they clearly saw something they liked. What's particularly interesting is that even after the deadline, signing Moore still counts toward his former team's compensatory pick formula. It shows that he was a player with significant value attached to him. Reports are that the Bills view Moore as a versatile threat. He has the ability to line up in the slot and open as a Z receiver, something he did in both New York and Cleveland. That kind of flexibility is exactly what our offense craves, keeping defenses guessing and creating disadvantages for our offensive players. This seems like a classic Bills move, a one-year prove-your-value deal for a talented player who may be looking for a fresh start and a chance to reignite his career. Buffalo has a knack for finding these types of players and turning them into valuable contributors. So, Bills Mafia. What does this mean for our offense? It means more speed, more options for Josh, and more competition in the receiving core. It means Beane wasn't just talking the talk. He was actively looking to improve our team. This is an exciting development and shows that the Bills are serious about contending for everything. They're not sitting back and continuing to build a roster that can go all the way. Bills Nation. You know, General Manager Brandon Beane always has something up his sleeve, and he didn't disappoint in the second round. We all knew going into the draft that the defensive line was a key area of focus. With only 5 defensive tackles on the roster and the unfortunate suspension of our new acquisition, Larry Owenjobi, for the first 6 games, the need for reinforcement up front was crystal clear. After securing cornerback Maxwell Harrison in the first round, some of us may have been wondering when Beane would address the interior of the defensive line. Well, wonder no more. In classic Beane fashion, he saw the guy he wanted and went for him. The Buffalo Bills traded up in the second round and secured South Carolina's powerhouse defensive tackle, T.J. Sanders. This is no casual pick, folks. This is a player who fills a very specific and crucial need for our defense right now. Let's break it down. We have our veterans DeCoin Jones and the ever-energetic Ed Oliver. Jones is a solid presence, no doubt, a 10-year veteran who brings experience. And Oliver, we know what he's capable of. Remember his stellar 9.5 sack season in 2023? While his sack numbers dipped to 2.5 last year, partly due to a hamstring injury and constant double teams, the talent is undeniable. That's where T.J. Sanders comes in. Standing at an imposing 6'4" and weighing in at nearly 300 pounds, this guy was a force in the SEC, earning a spot on the All-SEC team. And the stats back it up. a whopping 8.5 sacks in his final 2 seasons at South Carolina. Now, what does the expert say? NFL media's Lance Zierlein describes Sanders as having average initial speed, but his quick hand swings and lower body thrusting strength open up pocket paths. He goes on to say that Sanders' combination of strength and pressure should put him on the radar of both front odd and even defenses as a potential three-down solution. Translation for Bills Nation: this young man is a disruptive force up the middle. He has the power to stop the run game, something we always need in those tough AFC East matchups, but he also has the ability to get to the quarterback. Just think of the impact he could have lining up next to Ed Oliver. With Sanders demanding attention, this could finally free Oliver up from constant Dow